Now for a closer look at how markets are shaping up for the week, thanks to our partners Forsyth Barr, Zoe Wallace, investment strategist, joins me this morning. Zoe, good morning.
Good morning, Ryan.
So we've got the ANZ Business Confidence Survey out this week, and June's results showed an increase in confidence. What are we expecting?
Yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting one. It's a pretty quiet data week, so ANZ business and consumer confidence are the focus this week. Look, what we saw last month, was that we did see a bit of a tick up, as you say. The question mark, though, is that as we've seen the economy still remain pretty sluggish through the middle of the year, how businesses are actually going to be feeling. And even though we've seen quite a decent boost in confidence over the last 12 months from businesses, it's been quite easy when things have been coming off quite a low starting point to see things getting better next year. The actual bit that we're really interested in seeing is actually how domestic activity has been progressing. So are firms actually seeing things like sales pick up, new orders pick up? Are they feeling more confident generally about the outlook for their own business ahead? And part of that is, actually just how much activity has been happening. And we've been seeing, some sectors are doing better than others, and expect that to continue to be the story in this month's data.
Okay, good to know. And across the Tasman, of course, they paused their rate cutting cycle last time round, the Reserve Bank did there, and they're awaiting the outcome of Q2 inflation, which we will hear about this week. What are you expecting?
That's right. It was somewhat controversial, that on-pause decision, very much not expected by markets. But look, what we are likely to see this week is that Q2 inflation has continued to come down. So price pressure in the Australian economy is slowing, essentially, as their economy is cooling. So that should be getting close to their 2% target. And that's very much likely to keep them on track for a 25 basis point rate cut in a couple of weeks when they have their next meeting.
All right. And big week in terms of data and numbers from the United States. Can you walk us through what the initial read on Q2 GDP is?
Sure thing. Yeah, it's a very big week in terms of news flow offshore. So Q2 GDP is expected to come in pretty solidly, actually, at 2.4%. That's an annualized rate. Aside from that, though, we've got, the central bank's monetary policy decision this week, which will be quite an interesting one, given the amount of pressure that US President Trump has been putting on the Fed to start cutting interest rates. And Fed Chair Jerome Powell and the rest of committees, or most of the rest of the committee's reluctance to start cutting too early before they really see how much of an impact tariffs are going to have on inflation. So that is actually that committee goes to a vote on Thursday morning, our time. It is actually expected to be a dissenting vote. A couple of people are expected to actually vote for a cut, while the majority of the committee is expected to ask to leave interest rates on hold, and that's very much the consensus view for that.
Looking forward to a big week ahead. Appreciate it. Thanks so much, Zoe. Zoe Wallace, who is with us from Forsyth Barr this morning and is here every Monday for a look at our markets.